It'd be easy to think that all pizzas are alike. I mean, they all kind of start with the same ingredients. Some dough, a little sauce, any topping you can possibly imagine. So, what makes a truly great pizza stand apart? It's the cheese. And if you've ever loved cheese on your pizza, chances are you have one family to thank for that. The Leprino family. And that story starts in Potenza, Italy. The year is 1914. 16-year-old Mike Leprino had a dream too big for his small town. He was about to take the biggest risk of his life. Borrowing $14 from his mother's cookie jar. With some fresh cash in his hand and a dream in his mind, he left the old country, bought a one-way ticket to Ellis Island. Somehow the now cashless young man worked his way west in pursuit of family and community, to the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, land of opportunity. And cows. Without an education or the ability to read or write English, he turned to the one thing he knew: hard work. He labored his way on farms and brickyards all across his new land, constantly looking for ways to serve his newfound home. Mike's heart for community building set him on a journey to open a small grocery store, which sold fresh produce, dairy products, and Italian specialties, and eventually, his very own handcrafted cheese. Everything was going great for the little grocery store on the corner. Mike and his daughter Angie brought Denver some of their first tastes of Italy. Handmade fresh Leprino mozzarella balls, ricotta, ravioli. They delivered it all in a truck, much like this one. In fact, wait a minute. This is the truck. Then 1958 came. With larger grocery stores taking over the area, the little Leprino market couldn't compete and ended up closing its doors. But as they say, one closed door only opens another. The Leprino tradition of seizing opportunities against all odds was about to strike again, this time for a new generation. While Mike's son Jim was hanging out with some friends at a local pizzeria, his attention was fixed on one thing: the mozzarella. Jim rushed home to tell his father to put their future all in on pizza cheese. And, down to his last $615, Mike took his second biggest risk and listened to his son. He was going all in on mozzarella. The timing couldn't have been better. That same year, the first major pizza chains were opening up all over the country. Frozen pizzas were also gaining popularity. And just 2 years in business, Leprino Foods was delivering small batches of block mozzarella to local Italian restaurants. But Jim's keen eye was already focused on the next opportunity, even while the small business grew. Just like his father, had to get creative in order to meet the demands of a hungry neighborhood. 24-year-old Jim Leprino would have to assemble a team of experts in order to meet the demands of a pizza-crazed nation. So, he placed a classified ad for a master cheesemaker, hoping someone would bite. And by golly, someone did. Lester Kielsmeyer from Wisconsin, the legend. Somewhere between being shot down in World War II and landing his plane on a Denver highway, Lester developed an expertise in cheese that was unsurpassed. But this was hard-nosed fighter pilot Lester we're talking about here, and getting him to move from the cheese capital of the world to humble Denver, Colorado would be no easy task. To sweeten the deal, Jim even found Lester a house. Not just any house, though. Jim's house. With his master cheesemaker now in place, it was time for Jim to focus on the next big thing, the financials. Enter Wes Allen, a talented man with a brilliant mathematical mind. Jim's bright vision for what his small family company could become was so infectious that Wes caught the cheese fever and left a prestigious accounting firm to share in this dream. As president of Leprino, Wes would be given the reins to help Jim transform the company into a food supply powerhouse that could withstand market challenges and endure for generations to come. And he did. With all three now working closely together, Leprino went from being a little shop delivering 200 pounds of cheese a week to using 6% of the nation's milk supply to create over 200,000 pounds of cheese every hour. That's billions of pounds of cheese created right here, each year. How did this happen? Being grounded in faith to do the next right thing with every challenge and cultivating a family of employees who mirrored the personal values of Jim's father, Mike. Quality, service, price, and ethics. Having watched his father's work ethic, Jim learned the value of maintaining great business relationships by treating each customer like his only customer. A mission he continues to instill in his employees to this very day. It's how Jim was able to get America's very first major pizza chain to sign a contract with him, on a napkin no less, and maintain that relationship more than 50 years later. And how he signed 20-year contracts with California dairy farmers when at the time only daily contracts were issued, pioneering the profit-sharing model so that everybody won.
With a lot of hard work and resourcefulness, the Leprino Foods family built a world-class mozzarella cheese company that would define the pizza industry around the globe. Leprino Foods became a place where they were not only known for their outstanding mozzarella, but where they would continue to push the limits of innovation every day. Like having the ingenuity to transform whey, a typically discarded dairy byproduct, into a highly valuable nutritional ingredient, which nourishes people around the world and assures that nothing is wasted. Or how they took a typical 4-week cheese processing time and reduced it down to just 4 hours. Or invented QLC, quality locked cheese, where every individual piece of shredded cheese is flash frozen to stop the aging process and to preserve quality freshness naturally. Even more impressive, Leprino owns a vast majority of patents related to the pizza cheese-making process. Leprino is proud to be a family company. That same tenacious spirit of their founders has kept them focused on making the highest quality cheese and nutritional products. And that old-fashioned family tradition of trust has welcomed customers from around the world to have a seat at our table. Together, the Leprino family of over 5,000 employees has grown in partnership with over 600 clients in over 55 countries. Not bad for a humble immigrant from Italy.